Okay, right. Oh wow, my volume seems to be. Yep, there we go. Uh. I also need to double check if I've got thingy. Right. What was it again? Oh yeah. Welcome to my channel. I am a person who goes by the name Listers, and I've completely forgotten my own intro two times. One without the microphone on. Yes. And I need to turn your mic noise down. It's by like 20 clicks. Yeah. Okay. I'll need to, because I have a feeling that I've accidentally done. No, that is. It's probably me accidentally bumping the thing. Right, okay. That should be fine. Yeah. you may have blown my ears out of it, yep. Okay, yeah. Oops, sorry. Yep, that's much better. Hello again, Small Dummy and Hawkwreck. It's good to see you. Good to see you both back in the thing. Now, the first thing is, you might be wondering why I have a 3D modelling program up. This is Miku Miku Dance, by the way. Once again, free and I think open source. This is the first part, which is to get the first part of any kind. Ah, yes, you're awake from a nap. Yes, I can't really say anything. I had not a nap, but a sort of relax for a little while before starting the stream. Yeah, the first thing I do is get a decent reference, and you might hear my graphics tablet unplugging itself constantly throughout the stream. I'm sorry if that annoys people. I don't know how to stop it. I probably need a new plug for it. But yeah, the first thing I do is actually that I want to create references to know exactly what it is I need to do. Yeah, yeah. Apologies if it makes everybody else think that their thing is going through. So yeah, what I have is these models of model Miku Miku dance models that I use to basically pose into the kind of thing that I'm looking for to get a general idea of proportions. Before I start doing what it is that I intend to do. Unfortunately, I need to also remember how to use it because I've not done any kind of drawing in ages. But yeah, first of all, like, luckily the way that my intention for today, what my intention is I actually have a I've been seeing a lot of there was a collab done by two by not just streamers but between Hololive and a I shouldn't do that. Hololive and another company that of skateboard decks that and I found myself quite liking those skateboard decks and being like, wow, I want to get into skateboarding. I end up playing a lot of so let's not dislocate the finger. A lot of Tony Hawk over the last few days. Man, I cannot live. I just need to hide it, don't I? Because it's probably not going to be seen in the thing. Once again, I'm actually I'm not a 3D modeler at all. I'm mostly I've mostly done 2D, but I know my way around Miku Miku Dance enough to be able to generally model enough. So, but yeah, this is mostly to get an idea of the sort of pose that I would want, because I'm mostly a hobbyist in terms of in term. Oh crap! Come on, whatever. I'm mostly a hobbyist in terms of what I draw. Crap, yeah. One of the things that you need to look out for is bones. This Megan, like it was something I was warned by Scotland man. Oops, is that if you don't generally know what you're doing with that, then there are little errors that a 3D modelling program can give you when you're trying to do any kind of art. I actually would rather float something a bit more floaty, because this is going to be crap. I don't know why the move button is thingied, but I think that only applies to very certain things. I'm also going to want to rotate it around a little bit. Right, okay. So there, I've got a generalized pose of what I want to make, right? So what I do is I use there's right, okay, clipping tool. Ideally I want to make sure that I get a non-thingy. So I use clipping tool, select, and if I move to Krita, Krita is the next thing that I use. Once again, free open source, free and open source software. And it's honestly my favourite. A lot of people have wanted me to switch to Clip Studio Paint, right? And I did for a little bit. But I found that I actually didn't like Clip Studio Paint anywhere near as much as I liked Krita, which was free and open source. Yep, let's go, Krita. Yep. Yeah, well, genuinely my favourite, completely free and open source, and I prefer it over the others. It's not just I use this because it's free. No, I genuinely think that this is one of the best programs out there for doing any kind of artwork, right? Yeah, now that I have a look at the model, I probably should have turned the head just a bit. But once again, this is what the advantages of this are, having a properly thingy this. I'll look at a separate reference for the face itself, I think. Oh, the window's in the bottom left corner. Yeah. There we go. Yeah. I'm actually going to quickly switch it back to Miku Miku Dance for a second, just because what I want to do. See, Miku Miku Dance doesn't show up properly, is the thing. So I had to move it there. I'll do that for now. But yeah, just I wanted to move the head very slightly. I forgot to switch that back on stream. If I can remember how to deselect all of the bones. Because I did it very briefly. Okay, I can get that. Yeah, right, okay. And then I can clipping tool this. And then switch back to Krita. Crap, nope. Make sure I'm on the right Smeggin page. Right. Oh, there we go. Ah, crap, no, don't want to skew it. Get slightly bigger. I want to make sure it doesn't cover the cover too much of the trucks. But yeah, my intention is first character. Oh crap! First character posed like that. Yeah, maybe I should shorten it down just a bit. That's what I want, because they recommend that I make sure that there's a bit of bleed through. But also, I wish that the reference image they gave me also contained like the trucks of a skateboard and stuff like that. Yeah, because that would also help. Right, okay. The next person is to be made now. I'll delete this one and load in a shorter character, because the next character will like the first character. Oh, hello, mate. Sorry, I can't read that on my screen for some reason. I can't read the font of my own video. Wow. May Stinger. Hello. Sup, May Stinger. I'm doing an art stream today. Right now, I'm using entirely open source programs to do it, and this is actually generally my choice of programs to make art in general. I'm switching back between Krita and give me a second to find where the game captures. Krita and Miku Miku Dance, because for some reason Miku Miku Dance doesn't show up on the screen properly, but I'm using Miku Miku Dance to pose up characters in order to make sure I've got the proportions correct out of everybody, and then when I've got the pose correct, what I'm going to do is I'm going to import that into. Wait a minute, I can do this, can't I? I can. So after a while, you forget how to do things. All right. Yeah, there we go. Right. Okay. Because this character I'm going to draw is going to be Nitori Kawashiro from Toho. Because, well, there's kind of a long story as to why I like Nitori as much as I do, but it has to do with how I like. One of the things is that technically Nitori is the first Toho character I ever got to see in a dream. So since then I sort of looked into the character, and I quite like Nitori. She's got the same kind of characteristics as I do when I was a bit younger. How does a bent finger work again? Because it doesn't bend like that. I want it to bend inwards. Then I can't have it do that. That's too bent outwards. Right, okay, I'm looking at two angles here. There we go. Because too complicated for you. That's the thing. Like, it took me 2 years to learn how to draw. Like, people were really impressed when they saw, I believe it was PewDiePie, who learned to draw very recently. But I genuinely think that a lot of people are actually very capable of drawing. Unfortunately, it takes time and practice that not everybody has, and especially nowadays, do I know that it's really hard to find time to draw and practice. Even now, I've technically not drawn for ages, so like I can't say anything either. But yeah, that is not what a hand looks like, but it gives me the proportions, right? And I wish that there was some kind of way to make this parallel. What I'll do is I'll look at a separate what's it called? a separate reference for the things that I don't feel like I've drawn right, or at least I don't think I've posed right. Because it's generally good to have multiple references anyway, I find. Like, if you can have as much references as you can, then you learn about how things actually look, which is kind of... It's going to sound really weird, but you realise when you're drawing just how everything looks slightly different to what you think it does. And it's in a really weird way, right? I also I need to know where the thumb is as well there, like, because if I don't see the thumb, then it doesn't exist and it's wrong. Right, okay. Okay, rotate. One thing I do like about Miki Miki Dance. Oh. Is I can rotate things pretty easily. Okay, maybe not. Maybe I can't rotate things pretty easily. And if I can get that, and then bend the knee. Okay, that's... I think what I've done is I've selected the wrong bone, and I can't always tell. There we go. And I know most of this will be covered by a giant skirt anyway, but you kind of want to know where the bone is. I usually end up drawing overnight, which solves the issue with me. I get very lazy some months though, and I might not draw daily sometimes, and sometimes only a couple of times a week. Yeah, I find it... I find that the issue is if I draw at midnight, I actually end up finding that I don't get to sleep. Like, my brain works best at 3 in the morning. I know that I'm a musician, and some people think that most important is talent, but it's not. Work is more. Yeah, I agree with you, Mace Stinger. I've also like, although I'm not a professional musician at all, I do actually play the guitar, and so, like, you know, it's one of those things of like, yes, it really is a good amount of practice, and you can get pretty good at it, you know. And it really is, like, you know, I know that it's kind of, if you've ever been, like, you know, like, I remember during school when people would often think that somebody's really talented at something, and that it's just talent, when, like, it's usually a good amount of work during the rest of the not day, but, you know. Nah, it looks too unnatural, that pose, looking at it from here. Once again, I'm going to turn the head slightly. Yeah. Right. Apologies, I also need prompting from chat to remember to just... I don't want to bend the head that much, but I don't want to thingy, because, like, I'll try and get this, but I'll slightly tilt the camera, not too much to it looks like you're looking from under, but enough to get that sort of, this kind of angle, something unnatural, because I kind of want the three of them floating through the air when I'm doing it. But yeah, back to Krita. Crap, I keep almost deleting this friggin' capture because, like, I'm doing this with 2 monitors because it's actually really helpful to have a second monitor to look at chat and I don't always have two monitors because sometimes, for every once in a while, I've been at the what I call the Eternal LAN party, but unfortunately, the last of the Eternal LANs has been done, and it's yeah, I need to twist it a little bit actually. Back to MMD. Yeah, once again, once you start putting things into context, which is also a very good thing to do. I'll have it like that. Once you start putting things into context, you should really start to understand a bit more of what's wrong with that. What's wrong with this image, because everything looks really, really weird every once in a while. Things that you'll think are perfectly fine. It's like if you've ever held a mirror up to your face to make it look symmetrical, and you've realised faces aren't symmetrical, you know? It's like things start to get weird. There we go. And then the last one should be Miku. Right. Maybe I shouldn't have deleted the first one because I needed to do normal sized one again. Right, okay. And I don't know what pose to put Miku in. Half of me was like, just do any pose, but nah, I shouldn't do that. Actually, oh yeah, let's do a bit more of a polite pose. Yeah, once again, like, it's another one of those things of like, if there's any, like, I would need to have on any kind of, if I was to have a skate deck, right, and the one that I've made even in, what's it called? The one that I've even made in Tony Hawk's Underground is even that one has Miku. Okay. Once again. Okay, I'll have her face upwards because we'll use certain we'll also try to match the gaze up like that. To put it through here. And then I'll paste this into Krita. Oops. And hopefully that'll be, if I can figure out where the move thing is, because I just lose that occasionally. Ideally what I want is for them to overlap just a little bit, but not to the point where it looks weird. Right, okay. can I just move all of them down a bit? There we go. I want them to sort of be centered, which is kind of hard to gauge with a drawing like this. Okay, now I need to know which ones don't have anything on them. That one doesn't. Yeah, it is now the issues with layering that I will now have. I'm also going to put on some music. Hopefully, I don't get what's the term? Because it wouldn't be demonetized because I don't have monetization on. Right. Okay. Okay, right. Okay, so now I need to get rid of that one because that layer's empty. I've already gotten rid of the reference layer. Right, okay. So, first layer, right. Okay, now all of this will be drawn on what is the sketch layer. I should also put all three of these into one layer. No, I shouldn't, because they're all... I'll just rename them. Just changed browser, so everything's a little bit complicated when it comes to actually thinking. Yeah, my stream's just all up. Oh, and I've not logged into Twitch, so I can't check if that's up. Oh well. Cool. Yeah. That is Tori. Right, okay, so I'm also going to hide the background layer for now. I'm also needed that to know what the thing is. Right, okay, so sketch layer. Right, time to get the trusty graphics tablet out and hope that it doesn't immediately disconnect, which it's just done. Alright. Come on. There we go. Okay, because I've got two screens, this also looks weird from my point of view. So. I know it doesn't matter for the sketch layer, but Scotland Man did tell me not to draw with that thingy. What's it called? Oh, not to draw with complete black, so I just sort of take that to heart. Okay, why is this? I'm also wondering why this is the wrong thing, because I used to have a proper brush thing. Yeah. Brush pieces, right, cool. Yeah, that's good. Not gonna lie, that's Animika sounds pretty nice. Yeah. I've just popped on a little Vocaloid Classics playlist while I do drawing. It's either when I'm doing anything, it's usually either I find the YouTube's My Mix thing. If I don't know what to put on, I just need something to listen to. It's punk or Toho music when I'm doing work, and some Vocaloid Classics sounds probably the best thing to do while drawing, you know. I think this is the one. Okay, good, that does work. It's a bit thick. Because I found out why it's thick because it redid the size thing. I don't want it to just be 2 pixels wide, you know. I do want it to be half though, because it's about how much oh yeah, something in Scotland man also used to say is rotate the page. How do I do that? In Krita again. Nope, it's definitely not that. Just going to move my mouse to the right of my graphics tablet so that I can do it properly. That is not the right button. I don't even know what that does. Maybe I should see if there's a review for. Is that it? I don't think it is. Oh well. Oops. I'm actually not too keen on this song. Not out of it's not a good song, but that I remember it being in the charts for way too long and got tired of it very quickly. Overview, that's it, right. Is that zoom? That is zoom. Right, okay. And rotation, that's it. There we go. Okay, hopefully I still have the correct colour. Okay. Right, okay. Now I'm trying to remember which technique do I use for what? Because there are some techniques which I only use when drawing physically. I know I want to draw the entire head here, because if I don't get the outline of the head, then the hair becomes weird. One of those things is actually... yeah. Well, I've not actually done it properly. This always takes several swigging attempts. Because you never get it right first time. Well, at least I don't. You don't help that I am also in the midst of forgetting how I do things because I've not drawn in way too long. It's been a busy year for me, honestly. It's been an odd one. Alright. And I usually draw the eyes in because it's fun. Okay. Just a bit of the eyebrows. And I have my own sort of style of drawing the eyes a bit. only use it for certain characters, but it's usually characters that I find important that I do this with. Ah, for snake's sake, come on. This is a small pinky touch on the graphics tablet and it unplugs. But this is probably the last drawing I will do in the place that I currently live. I'm going to assume that is where the how do I draw? Then again. I'll draw that for now. That'll do. It's also a song that's been in the charts for way too long. It wasn't in the charts for longer than it needed to be. Well, it wasn't at St. Von Zachary levels, at least. That's hard. But I think that's close enough. Worst case scenario, I'll move it around when the actual one comes around. And then the hat does come down across the But actually, one of the surprising things is that there's a slight curve that stays very level when you put a hat on your head. Like it's actually almost a straight line. Believe it or not, for a while I forgot why I even do the sketch layer on drawings, but it's a good sort of way of understanding what it is you're actually drawing for a bit. There's a point further down, because that's how it connects to there's a little cut for any week. Hopefully simplify the week a little bit. It's only really a sort of crest. Actually put the little bit above there. Trying to look at my own snagging reflection in the if you can remember how that works. Really don't matter that much for now. The shield goes on top of the bulges out slightly before going in. very hard to draw a slight bulge at an angle. Right, okay. And then for now, just that for simulating that. And then the eyes actually drawn very although I've got this bit. The eyes really are not drawn quite faithfully to the model itself. There's also that little extra bit there that it's the eyelids if people have been telling me right, and it's like they do add a little extra dimensions. I'm also using one of the smoothing tools on Krita because my hand isn't the most steady. Now that I have drawn the other one perfectly, I can see the other one has been drawn terribly. I'll need to erase that like that and have follow the eye a bit more, and that's exactly the opposite of what I've just done. I think it's just easier to draw them from the in outwards. And this colour changed. I don't know. Something weird about the facial shape. I'm gonna hide the reference. It does, it is weird. Get what Krita generally saves the sizes in general. So I'm trying to erase things with her. A very slightly crap. Does that look any better? I would say so. I'm trying to erase things with a really tiny rubber. It's not too different from how I would do it in reality, though all of my rubbers are, they get commonly used so much they become tiny within no time. And, come on. I really need a new plug for this. This is the one I found. Can't really order things until I've moved into the new place, so. Maybe I should look at some dental works to see if I can. When that layer get created. Because I actually just enjoy drawing eyes. Ah, that's what's happened. I've used a different brush for it. I just like to draw in some of the anime aesthetics. Without reference. I should almost the entire size of the eye. So apparently one of the things that I used to do when I was still learning was people would say that I drew the eyes with too much of their light still visible. So I used to, and what I used to do is I would make sure that there was a large amount of the light still in below the eye and above the eye, so that you could see the entire pupil. But that just made it so that everybody looked like a really intense staring, which isn't what it's meant to. Anime style, and I did deliberately learn anime style because it was something I really wanted to do. It was the kind of yeah, that does need to be centered or else it looks weird. I'm trying if I could find the center if I can. It's really, because of the way I've done things, it was just a little bit squinted. Inside. Traits off how it looks, because if you just leave the eyes blank, you still get everything and how it looks, but I kind of prefer. For one, I like drawing eyes. Drawing eyes is actually my favourite part of drawing, but to give you the full image of what the character will look like, in my opinion anyway. Circular. If I zoom out, it looks fine. It really doesn't look very good, but I swear once I put a bit more effort into these things, because this is still just the sketch layer, it'll look a lot better. Okay, luckily this hasn't quite done what I was scared of, where you notice the sort of point here, and that's what it does, and you've got to be able to ignore that. Here I draw the neck. I wear a shirt with a collar. Maybe they do if you wear it fully buttoned up, but nobody ever does. Alright. Now, one advantage, once again, of the clothes on here is the big puffy bit here. Just ignore certain aspects of reality because of that. And then just the only one you make bit. And then follow up that line between the armpit and the thing. And this will be mostly covered by breastplate anyway, which is why it's useful to have the depth of that chest area where normally there wouldn't be. Again, if I do everything with knowing where the curve goes, because straight lines are rare enough that they look a little bit weird. I was quite like to extend the thing out just enough because it's technically a shirt. It's just, oops. That's where the shirt would meet, technically. But once again, I should ideally have that covered up. And also draw what's covering it up now. I'll use a reference when it comes to some of these to know how it properly looks. Alright. The first time I even looked at this was when I was designing it, but that's mostly because the breastplate is a historical example. A historical example that I wanted to buy a recreation of. You don't have you have it extend slightly beyond that, and it should end roughly around the belly button, which I believe is depicted. No, it is depicted because in reality it kind of one little issue of anime characters being that you don't always get realistic proportions. Because that's an extended kind of, like, you can see where the bone ends. That's kind of where it would in real life as well. And that goes right into the thing because the extended hips. And that makes it look like there's some real. But look at Scott. The breastplate goes a lot longer than it should do. Not a very long breastplate, I will admit. Kind of want a little bit further up, but it's done so because down here, roughly here, is where the kilt is. It's more sort of around the belly button. Draw the rest of the breastplate first, because that needs to go in there. Concrete angle. Once again. Once again, my hand cannot straight line. My hand's never actually been able to straight line. Like, there was eventually, and Scotland man actually told me off for it, which he called chicken scratching, right? Keep modifying the angle too much. The angle should come about here, and then it should taper off. I think it's just a little bit too low, honestly. Not low enough. I'm gonna smeg up anyway. Man, it hurts your hand a bit. And I once again smelled it because this armour works. Because a lot of armours are pointed, but this breastplate really isn't. I keep getting paranoid when I get there and overdoing the smigging angle. It should be mostly a straight line. See what I've done there again. I've got my bit there. Yeah, I spent it. Because I've drawn a second line that looks like I've overcorrected. It's the wrong one. Which may actually come down to. Yeah, there. Feeling that is how it is. Sometimes it's confusing because armour, though made to fit the human form, doesn't act like the human form. Yeah. Yeah, okay. Looks more like the one on the right than it does on the left. Yeah, it's just one of the things at the very least it allows me to judge it. Sort of ignore that little bumpy there. So to really have that in life. And this one, however, does because gravity's a thing. Should come up to about the same thing. There we go. Now this breastplate is segmented into thirds. Technically it's segmented into more, but it's a lot harder to see. So I'm going to go down a bit further. Just making a length on the wire. There we go. The unfortunate thing is I can't really buy a new wire until I've moved into the next place I intend to move to. Which hopefully it will be soon. We've now sent our notice in saying that we're moving out. However, we haven't found a place to move to. Which sounds like it should be the first step of the process, but it really isn't. Oh, hello, Gene Dev. I am just currently doing an art stream using mostly open source software. Everything in it is free. So I've used Miku Dance to pose up the models, and I'm using Krita, which is an open source art program, to do the drawing. Right now I'm doing the sketching for the first character, which is you might be able to tell by the breastplate that it is my own character, myself, as you can see by my VTuber avatar. I really shouldn't worry too much. This is just the sketch layer. Okay. Okay. There needs to be a small layer of cloth. And then there is a belt. A very big belt. I'm going to regret putting this all in one layer and doing all this on one stroke. But yeah, this is mostly to get a good idea of how the end product will look and if there's any major changes I need to do, as well as being able to use it as a reference to actually improve on the finalised version. There we go. Which is water, very, which by gravity, because it's going to be mostly off to the side, go mostly over in this direction, following the line of the body, but slightly above it. It goes to about, depends on if I remember how to tie it. Crap. There. I remember how to. Yeah, okay, the keyboard was leaning on the wire, yeah, no choose that time, that just unplugged itself and now it's staying unplugged. Come on, there we go. Apologies, I am having a fight with the USB-C plug that plugs into my tablet. Probably use a reference to see how this actually would work, because I just know the back plate's on furl a little bit. Yeah, I have the kilt over there. I thought I should really look at it. I'll fix it soon. Shift myself up a bit. Now it's for the rest of it. Okay. Just go here. They'll probably be hanging off the skateboard itself. Yeah, this is also for, basically, the design I'm making is, what if I had a custom skateboard, right? And that was something I put in theory once I saw Hololive Yen having their own skateboard designs, and I was like, those are really cool, I want one, some design in one. I won't necessarily be able to get it made in real life, because those cost quite a lot, and I can't actually walk, so I can't skate either. So, but it's worth a design. I think it's something I wanted to do a drawing for quite a while, and it's the first thing. It's motivated me really to draw for the first time in a little while. It's just that I've had a very rough few months. And I've done this slightly wrong because I forget that. Like, once again, everything that I'm wearing, I do actually own. So I know for a fact that my boots really do cling to you. It's the only way that they actually keep sturdy. Like a cheap pair of boots don't cling to you. It's something I've realised. But a good pair of boots will. They cling to your form whenever you can. And that's what stops them from being really stops them from overly bending when you're actually using them. Just want to double check how far the greens go up. Basically the entire thing. Technically the greaves will cling more than the boots. Unfortunately the greaves are another thing that I don't own yet, just because price. I know where I'm going to get them from, it's just that shipping from India is the problem there. Because it turns out a lot of armour these days is made in India. Like, I got my entire male outfit from India. I know that my thingy outfit, my YouTuber outfit, doesn't contain any mail, but I do own it. And the reason it doesn't is just because mail is actually kind of a pain to wear just in everyday life, so I don't. Whereas I can see myself wearing a breastplate in everyday life if it were more socially acceptable. Love is War. This was actually one of the first Vocaloid songs I heard, which properly made me like, wait a minute, Vocaloid's really good. It's not just a thing that can be used to make very funny songs, it's actually something that's genuinely good. So, facing outwards, it would be my left hand I'm doing this with, which is ironic, it's usually my right hand that I do this solo with. But I do it with the left. So that would be armoured hand. Yeah. The thing is, the two gloves there are also real. In my right hand is an archer's glove, and on the left hand is actually a slinger's glove. The idea is that ideally what I would have is the ability to do archery. On one hand, but this hand needs to be properly defended in case because I can use a sling as well. Not quite a normal sling, not a proper sling, but a slingshot, which is a lot more concealable. So you can actually carry a slingshot about. People ask, it's a swinging toy, like what you're gonna say about it. But both have their uses. And I think the sling is actually a little bit not underrepresented, but underrated. That's the word. So this one, we just look at a generic thing of this glove from here. Because you can't quite, because unfortunately it's on the knuckle guard that the slinger's glove is, because it's for dart slinging. Because you can sling with darts that, and if they whack the back of your hand, with a dart, then you get a dart for the hand, and that's not good. So ideally what you want is a little bit of padding. But that also works the kind of gauntlet kind of thing. Now I should wear gauntlets, but I don't, because gauntlets feel weird on you. Like it's okay to have something on your legs that's sort of padded, but I find myself disliking wearing anything on the arms or hands. And now I'm over here. Hello, Hawk Rick, being now over on YouTube, I assume. Yeah, moving around. Still doing the sketch there. So, sporran goes over here. My sporran is also worn a little bit low as well, so, and it very specifically needs to not impact any important places, but it does still connect to the life support system. Life support system, which just generates a shield whenever I'm in danger, which I generally haven't been since I retired. Probably closer to midnight, because this yeah. Oh, you brought potatoes, so that's later. Closer to midnight. That's good. You know, as long as there's pie in the end, I am happy. Yeah, we're making cottage pie later because we have beef. And Hawk Rick makes a very good cottage pie. If anybody's wondering why that symbol on there, you see the same symbol on Miku's headphones. It's not a symbol, it's literally just a light and some buttons. But yeah. We'll see, in reality this thing's invisible. Like, it's just a protection thing that I use in case anybody from outside this planet decides, hey, that general who like lived a long time ago, who was conquered lots of planets, let's try and interrogate him for any information. And it's like, yeah, good luck, because I don't remember half of it. I got decommissioned. Oh no, it sounds like Chunibyo drivel. So people just generally inclined to believe any of it happened. So it doesn't matter if and even people who I may have fought with beforehand will probably remember nothing. It's still a good time. Yeah, I remember to draw everything. Several things. One is sword belt. Yeah. Sword of completion, and then just the strap, I think. Which I don't know if I don't think I've actually drawn on the main model because I've forgotten that. Oh yeah, I forget this thing. My helmet has those flaps. The issue is that because of gravity, these flaps will be hanging downwards. Anything. That's why I don't just directly touch the thing is, if they go the other way, they actually won't go too far the other way, because if if you've ever held scale armor before, it really doesn't like to move around a lot. Behind the back. That's sort of completion, which strap goes up there. You don't see the strap because it's covered by the pommel of the sword. Sword of Completion also has the strange tail to it. Believe it or not, the place I found the Sword of the Completion, which is what I call the sword that I'm holding in my left hand side, and yes, I do actually own it. It is a Scottish dirk, right? Admittedly, in reality it's somewhere between a Scottish dirk and Gladius. Because as a kid, it was sort of internally constructed by me as something somewhat easier to use, easier to get a good kind of attack in with. However, in reality, the reason it's stuck with me and not been improved in so many years is that when I actually found it, it was in a dream. I had a dream where I found a dream where I found myself dead. Nothing could really be done about that. When I tried to speak out, it was as if I was choking on the air, and nobody could see me. It took me a while to figure that out, but eventually I went to school, and I finally figured that out, that I was dead, and that was the reason why I couldn't speak to anybody. The reason I couldn't breathe, and I was constantly choking. But when I did find out, I went into another room and I found this sword in the ground. On it was this symbol, which if I get out of the stabilizer, was this symbol. I think it's that. I think I might be drawing that upside down. But on it was that symbol, on the ground in a little plaque, and on the hilt of the sword. And when I held that sword, once again I could find that I could talk, that people saw me, they recognised me. Eventually, they told me to get out of the way because they were partying, but I was once again able to interact with the world again. I later would tell that dream to the Scotland man, who looked at the symbol and said 7 dots in what was it? In Christian numerology, that means completion, and so the sword got named to the Sword of Completion. As in the dream, despite the fact I was dead, it had me as a complete human. So it became the Sword of Completion, and has been with me ever since. Eventually, I would buy a version of it, one that closely matched it, as in Scotland. Before literacy was completely common. What people would do is they would swear on their duck instead of on the Bible, because you can't read the Bible. Who knows what it says in it, right? But you can read, but you know what your sword is, right? And from Celtic pre-Christian times, people would swear on it. So it continued being a thing, and that's way too short. I'm going to swing and redraw that. So it's much longer. Well, I'll say much longer than that. The real version is slightly longer than that. Like, it really isn't that much longer than it, I'll admit. Like, even the issue is it's thicker more than anything. Come on. That looks more like a swinging gondol dagger. The swinging guard needs to be thicker as well. That's the issue. This song is Mosaic Roll. This is one of Gumi's first major songs to hit the chart. I started watching the Vocaloid charts when Mosaic Roll was about to hit them. Not Mosaic Roll. What's the other one? Coward Mont Blanc was almost in them, and that got pretty high. Mosaic Roll came much later, and it got to first. The first Gumi song that got properly popular, and Smeggin deserved it. Mosaic Roll was brilliant. There we go. That's a lot more like it. In Scotland, dirks were sometimes made with the remains of much larger blades. And the sword of completion, though a very small sword, is very much has that kind of thing to it. I need to. Roughly what it does in real life too. Once again, a lot about my little VTuber avatar is correct about me. I won't say it's the same. I will say that the avatar is a lot cuter than I am in real life. It's in real life. Well, quite frankly, I have a long beard. But yeah. Megan. But yeah. Hey, that looks good, right? Okay. So the first bit of the sketch is done. So should probably actually just look past it. Just exactly what's gonna be in them. Clip Studios because although my last one wasn't done in Clip Studio, a lot of the drawings I have done are. So I think trucks are maybe up there. I would want to do some kind of image up here. I'm thinking my photo art will have the thing. But for now, it's reached about an hour and a half, which is usually which is traditionally how long I stream for. What I want to do is create a bit of a schedule for myself, right? What I want to do is I want to dedicate Wednesdays to the arts. That will be doing drawing, that will be doing music, that will be doing anything sort of artistic, right? Friday will be dedicated to games. So I'll probably be playing Kingdom Come Deliverance on Friday, or if I feel like it, maybe I'll be playing Mountain Blade Warband, because I also want to continue my stream with that at some point. There's also some other things, so I've got a choice. And on Mondays will be dedicated to communications. So that's where I will do courses on Gaelic, Japanese, and occasionally I'll do a collab. So occasionally you'll just get, like, I'll get Hawkrick on, we'll play like Arma or RuneScape. Maybe I'll get Scotland Man on and we'll play some Age of Empires. Those are my general plans. So Monday, Wednesday, and Friday I want to do at least one stream per day. And that means like being able to do shorter streams to see if I like that. Sometimes longer streams, because those will probably be the Monday thing where I'm like, okay, I've had like the weekend to do things. So I'll do D&D on Saturday, and Sundays I just want to take off for a sort of self-care day because I need to smile and get that back. But nonetheless, I've got a lot that I want to try and do as a to figure out what I'm doing. So I'm going to end the stream there. I hope you guys have enjoyed. I have been Scotland Man. Once again, nobody like for once doing a bit of a solo stream today, but people who have appeared on stream have been Small Dummy, Gene Dev, Hawkrick, there was somebody earlier as well, something second to remember, I want to credit it who's been on. Gene Dev, Hawkrick, Svoldommy and Maystinger. That was the name of the other person. Cool. And yeah. Cool. Okay.